My next guest has been inundated with calls from people looking for reassurance after much news over the past few weeks about adverse side effects. We've spoken with Mina Maseh before, a couple of times actually this month. Mina owns Friendly Care West King Pharmacy in Toronto. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, what's your phone line like? How many calls are you getting from people about the second shot?
Let's just say that landlines have given up hope right now, and
Oh.
they're not sure they want to come back to work. So it's been crazy.
Are most of the calls about people unsure about whether or not to get the shot and weighing whether to wait for Pfizer or Moderna?
So actually, most of the calls about people just wanting to get it over with
Oh, wow. Okay.
and get the second shot. There are a lot of there are a lot of questions about, well, you know what? If we decline this, are we going to be able to get a second shot of an mRNA vaccine?
Hmm.
And obviously, we can't tell what's in the future, but I personally think that patients will have a choice.
Okay. Now, when it comes to that choice, I wonder what impact the news that we've learned recently from the Ministry of Health that there's a man in his 40s who died after experiencing VIT, or those rare blood clots, after getting the AstraZeneca shot. How much do you think that'll impact people's interest in the AstraZeneca shot as their second shot?
So I'll say this: every life is definitely precious, and you don't want to lose anybody. But it just regularly with medications, there's always a risk. The risk of a second shot actually causing VIT is 1 in 600,000. So if somebody did go through and get their first shot and didn't have any kind of serious side effect, it's extremely unlikely they'll get a serious side effect from the second shot.
So you said most of the calls are people looking to get their second shot, but I'm
Yes.
guessing there are still some who are questioning AstraZeneca. Wonder what those conversations are like for you, people who are
So
wrestling with this decision.
it's usually a phone call that goes along the lines of, I don't want to get this. Do I have to? Can you please give me a Pfizer one? Give me a Moderna one later on. And and the conversation goes back to, well, why don't you want to get it? And then we have a little conversation, and it's either they're convinced or not convinced. Some people, they have their mind set on something else, and that's absolutely fine. That's their choice. And I think, as a good government, as a good public health, we will respect people's choice of what they want for their second shot, not undermining the vaccine that they already took, because the AstraZeneca has been extremely effective for us to cut down the numbers here, and for people who got their first and second shots in other countries like the UK, where they've opened up, they've gotten a lot better with what's going on with their vaccination system.
What information do you have from the provincial government about the supply and the rollout of the AstraZeneca
Um,
vaccine?
so unfortunately, we're not going to be able to offer everybody who wants this early second shot and an early shot. Okay, so I think patients have to be a little bit patient, um, for lack of a better term, and also they have to understand that the protection they're getting now at possibly about 10 weeks is not the same protection they're going to be getting at 12 weeks. At 12 weeks, the immune system against contracting the disease is 80%.
Hmm.
At 10 weeks, it's about 69%. So that's got to be very clear to patients before they sign up for an early second shot.
So that last two
Um,
weeks of the wait is the biggest jump in immunity, it sounds like then.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. At 4 weeks, it's about 60%. So
Okay.
between 4 to 10 weeks, there's only a 9% difference. And the big jump happens in the last 2 weeks, it seems. Both cases, or all three cases, there's 100% against hospitalization, which at the end of the day is the most important number. But that portion of it, actually, when I discussed with a few patients, made a big difference and made them want to delay getting the second shot.
Hmm. Do you currently have AstraZeneca shots at your pharmacy?
No, so we are hoping things will come in today. That's what we were told. And once we know exactly how many shots will be in there, we'll start booking them in.
And we know I mean, last I'd heard it was about 45,000 of the shots that were being held in this
Yes.
province that were to expire in 5 more days. Is
Yeah.
that the case with the ones that you'll receive?
Yes. So as our understanding is, we're going to get some of those expired shots to be finished by Sunday.
So you are going to stay very busy. I know it's been a very busy time for you. I do appreciate your time. Even
Thank
with your
you.
busy day, that you take the time to speak with us here on Metro Morning. Thank you so much, Mina.
It's been super busy as is. Thank you for having me on.
You take care.
Take care.
Mina Maseh owns Friendly Care West King Pharmacy in Toronto.